Hey everybody, it's Reckless. So, as you can see in front of me, I have a Turtle Beach Elite 800 headset. Now, this is the actual one I got back from the RMA department. Apparently, the last one I had, I want to say left side of the headset broke, and it just had the left ear cup just flopping, and that was obviously no good. So, I put in a request to the RMA, and pretty much went from there. Now, I'm just going to do a little compare and contrast real quick between the boxes of the old one and the new one. And we're going to pretty much just go from there. So, can't really back up too far. We're going to try to back up as far as we can for this. There we go. Trying to keep me out of the picture. Can go a little bit farther. Nope. Alright, so this is about as far as I can go. As you can tell in the front, not really much of a difference. This one is the newer one. This is the older one. We are going to just turn boxes. Really not much difference when it comes to the actual box itself, except for three differences that I noticed. And we actually will go back to the front real quick. These two blues. Oops. These two blues are different. This one's a lot more shinier. This one's obviously not. I understand it's not really a big difference in a sense of, you know, the actual headset itself, but it's a difference in the box. There's really nothing on this side. They both pretty much, sorry for the glare, pretty much look the same. However, the backs, they do have one noticeable difference, which is on the older one, it has this little thing showing here with a tablet and all these apps. And on the newer one, it just shows the Turtle Beach app. Literally, barcodes, everything else is the same, writing, nothing else has changed on that. As for the sides, whoops, hey, what do you know, I'm gonna end up breaking it again. This is the newer one, this is the older one. Obviously you can tell everything from about, from here down is different. You can actually see the difference between that blue I was talking about earlier. Like this one, like I said, is more like a shiny blue because it's the older one. This one's not so shiny because it's the newer one. That's pretty much it for the actual outside of the boxes. So right now, let's actually get into the unboxing to see if there's anything different from the old one to the new one. Going to zoom in a little bit more. So, this is our wonderful box. And it actually opens on your side. So, Turtle Beach logo. Does the old one have that? Yes, the old one still has that. Going to open the box. There's our wonderful new headset that has the fresh new RMA ear cups, because obviously this is new. This is not refurbished. Anytime you do an RMA, they completely replace the headset itself, so you're getting a 100% completely new headset. This is the part on my old headset that actually broke. If this breaks, this just flops. There's no way to put it back together unless you like Gorilla Glue it, but I wouldn't suggest that. So that is the headset. We're gonna put that on the side real quick. Then we have our Welcome to Elite little thingy here. Really doesn't tell you much at all. Then you got your transmitter box up top. That's obviously still in plastic. Let's see if the transmitter box actually changed the way it looked. Throw that to the side. So transmitter box pretty much looks the same. Nothing has changed on the transmitter box at all. I'm gonna take all this extra stuff off that we will never ever need. Okay, you still got your processor only, the digital outs, the USB, the digital in, and the pairing buttons all right there. Whoops. Yeah, it's all right there. Like I said, transmitter looks the same. Really nothing different. Probably has a different serial number on it. Just gonna put that headset in the transmitter real quick. So it's not really gonna do anything. You got this little block piece. I'm gonna take that out real quick. And you got your cables and your literature. So far, nothing has changed from the older one to the newer one, but we may still be in shock for something. Okay, so for our wonderful set of cables, you got your your little mobile cable. One side is I want to say 3 millimeters, and the other one's 2, give or take, or like 2.5, one of the two. I don't remember. One goes into the headset, which is a smaller end, and the other one, bigger end, goes into whatever you're trying to listen to, pretty much. Then we have two USB cables. One says for the transmitter, the other one says for programming. Bang. Yeah, anyways, so that's that. And then you have your digital optical cable. One goes into the transmitter, the other one goes into the PlayStation 4. That's it for cables. Get in there. And then the last thing is your literature book. And all that is just a book. So, as for the internals, there's really nothing different from an RMA version of the headset to the new version. Yeah, that definitely made me break that. Everything else pretty much looks the same. Got your attention, your little booklets, another Turtle Beach sticker, get your little wireless headset quick start guide thing. Yeah, everything else pretty much looks the same. So don't go anywhere, because I actually will be updating this headset and I will be going from there. So stay tuned. So the next part of the video we're actually going to get into is the setup. And after the setup, I'm going to get into pairing and also the app that you can actually use either on your phone, depending on which phone you have, or on the computer. Now, when it comes to the setup, the only things you will need is the transmitter, the digital optical cable, and your USB transmitter cable. Now, you can use the other cable, but the USB transmitter cable is pretty much just for the transmitter. Now, to make this easy, the transmitter cable goes into your PlayStation from the USB side, into the middle of the transmitter. So if you look at it, you would see that little, whoops, it's going into right there. Voila. And what you're going to do is take your optical cable and put it on the right side of that. From this, it's showing you on the left side, obviously, because like a mirror image. And it's going in right there. So it's going on the, I want to say, oh yeah, the left side of the actual pair button. That is the pair button. After you have all that complete, again, make sure this end of the USB is in the front of the PlayStation, or if you have some other type of USB hub, put it in there. And the opposite end of the optical cable goes into the back of the PlayStation. So after you have connected your headset to the PlayStation using both cables, what you want to do is turn your PlayStation on, or if it's already on, you don't have to worry about that step, just go to the next step. You want to go to your settings. Once you get to your settings, you want to come down to sound and screen. From sound and screen, you want to go down to audio output settings. And for your primary output port, you want to make sure it's on digital out, optical. And then you also want to go down to where it says Dolby Digital 5.1 channel. Now, I do understand that the headset does say DTS 7.1. However, it has to go through a Dolby channel in order to convert the sound into a DTS 7.1. So you want to make sure it's on Dolby Digital 5.1 channel. Now, I've never tried it on DTS 5.1. I may or may not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But for the actual setup, it has to be on Dolby Digital 5.1 channel. Now, for your audio format, you want to be Bitstream Dolby. Again, I have not tried the DTS, but to actually make your headset work, or at least make it work from Turtle Beach's perspective, it has to be on Bitstream Dolby. So once those are done, you want to back out and head down to devices. And then after that, you want to go down to audio devices. From here, you can see all this wonderfulness. You can adjust your mic level. Make sure you have it on chat audio. Input and output device. Make sure this does say Turtle Beach Elite 800 chat for input and output. That way you'll know that your headset is actually connected. So the next part of the video is actually going to be about pairing. And no, Deadpool does not need to be in this video for pairing. Whoops. So you got your headset, you got your transmitter, you got your cables that are hooked up to the PlayStation the way they should be. Now, first thing you want to do is make sure your headset is powered off. Oh, this side. So now that you know that your headset is off, we can begin the pairing system. Now, you can see this light flashing like little pulses. What you want to do is press and hold the pair button in the back of the actual transmitter. Once you do that, this is going to start flashing a lot faster. So let's do that. Again, before you do that, make sure your headset is off. Once it starts flashing like that very fast, you want to press and hold the power button. Pairing headset. With that sound, you know it's pairing. Headset paired. And there you go. Now you just paired your headset. Next part of the video is actually going to be on the companion app. Now, when doing the companion app, you're going to need a couple things before you're able to actually get it going. The first being your 2 USB cables. As you can see here, one of them's already hooked up, and this is the other one. One of the cables will go into the left side of the transmitter, and the other cable will go into the headset. Now, on the very far left-hand side of the transmitter, you'll see the program only. There's going to be like a little rubber piece in that you want to take out, and you want to plug in your second USB cable. Now, in order to actually make this work, the cable that goes into the the cable that goes into the transmitter goes to your computer. like such. But the second cable does not go into the transmitter. So you can take that second cable out and put it directly into your headset. Make sure when you do that, that cable is also connected to your computer. Once it's connected, you will hear something like that. So now that your transmitter and headset are both connected to your computer, my computer is kind of up there, you can move on to the next step. So as soon as you finish that last part, you want to head over to the turtlebeach.com website. I will put a link in the description below so you guys can get to that. As soon as you get here, you want to go to support and go to where it says downloads. After, you want to click on the Air Force Audio Hub version whatever. Whatever the latest version is going to be, it will be right here up top. So you're going to click that, downloads, then open it, and run it however you want. Whether you double click it, right click and open, doesn't really matter. You're just going to follow the prompts. And after that's all done, you can launch your Air Force Audio Hub. It'll check the version of your headset and your transmitter, and if it needs to update, it will update from there. Like I said, it'll update from there. Update your firmware to the latest version, ? And you'll hit yes. You want to make sure your headset is always, and the transmitter is always on the latest version. Reason being is because if you don't have it on the latest version, you can miss out on a lot of the stuff that is actually going to happen with your headset. A lot of the updates, a lot of the bug fixes, and stuff like that. Just so everybody knows, this part of the video is time-lapsed, and I really wish my computer was this fast while it was actually updating firmware. The transmitter and the headset, if I'm correct, should always have the same version numbers. And once again, this part of the video is also time-lapsed. After you see that both the transmitter and headset are both on the same versions, you can go ahead and do whatever you want with the presets. You have your audio presets all here. Some of them are game-based presets. For example, Call of Duty, you got Advanced Warfare, you got Ghosts, and it does show whether it is the campaign, multiplayer. Personally, some of these you won't, a majority of these you won't actually even use. However, one preset that I actually recommend is, in fact, the Superhuman Hearing. Now, I love this preset on almost any of my games because you hear every single thing you need to hear, whether it be footsteps, shooting, grenades, explosions, the whole 9 yards. So if you have this headset, I recommend you use Superhuman Hearing. Now, there might be other presets you want to use, like obviously if you're playing sports, I probably would use the sports. If you're playing a racing game, I would use a racing game. But for the majority of everything else, action games, action adventure, I would use the Superhuman Hearing. But that's just me. Like I said, that's the audio presets. Then you got your voice prompts. You got the default, which is English. Then you got the Italian and Spanish. Never heard these. Except for this one, obviously, because it's a default. So, that is the app. Hopefully, this entire video helped you guys out a lot. I know this is an updated video from the last one I did, and I hopefully this wasn't as confusing to some of you as the other ones were. So, with that said, let me know what you guys think about the video in the comments below. This is Reckless. I will see you guys later. Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, you get hurt, hurt them back. You get killed, walk it off.